Don't just be another foreigner, be a local Laowai.
Welcome back to Local Laowai, the show that gives you everything you need to know for a smooth transition to life in China. I'm Donny Newman. You know, yesterday, our good friend Paul told me a bit of interesting news.
I love you too. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Hi Donny. That was Ling Ling, my girlfriend.
What? You have a girlfriend? Paul, I thought you told me everything. How long have you been dating?
Not too long, about 9 months.
Dude, that's pretty serious. Where's that music coming from? So you've been dating for a while and you're thinking about tying the knot. Marriage is a big decision in anyone's life, and it helps to know where you stand legally before you pop the question. So watch this episode of Local Laowai on how to register a marriage here in China. When it comes to marriage in China, the first thing one thinks of usually isn't an American marrying another American, or a French person, or a Ugandan for that matter. But it is entirely possible. So if you want to take advantage of your girlfriend's summer trip to China to see you and tie the knot, here's what you'll need. First, either the bride or groom needs to hold a valid Chinese residence permit. Now you'll remember from previous episodes that this permit accompanies student and work visas of 1 year or longer in length. Next, you'll need to visit the embassy of both the bride and the groom to pick up a certificate of marriageability, otherwise known as a single status certificate. Now the process for picking one of these up is different for each embassy, so you make sure you check out the website of your embassy before heading over. Finally, you'll need to prepare couples photos. Think of these as like passport photos, but for 2 people, and you're allowed to smile. And trust me, you'll want to look your best because these photos are going to be forever immortalized on your marriage certificate. And finally, the 2 Laowai lovebirds will take their marriageability certificates, passport, enough money for the fee, and 3 copies of their couple's photo to the local marriage registration office at the Bureau of Civil Affairs. No appointment is necessary, and once you get to the marriage registration office, things usually go very quickly. The official will enter your data, make copies of your passports, and print out your marriage certificate. And then, congratulations, you are now officially married according to the Chinese state. Of course, after you get that done, you'll want to head back to both of your embassies to register with them as well, which could be a simple process or might involve some extra legwork, getting things translated and officially notarized. But what's some extra errands when you're in love? Now, the vast majority of Laowai marriages here in China are, of course, between a foreigner and a Chinese. Now, for the foreigner in this situation, the process is largely similar. You get your marriageability certificate at the embassy, take your couple's photos, and you're good to go.
Great. Sounds simple enough. You know, I'm pretty sure that marriage registration office is right next to the wonton place where I met Ling Ling. What a coinkydink.
But before you run over to the marriage registration office and tie the knot, there are a few more things you'll need to know. First, you'll be required to register the marriage in the specific location in which your Chinese spouse's hukou, or official residence, is registered. That means you may be forced to make a trip back to your Chinese spouse's hometown to get this done. Second, you'll need to know in places like Beijing, there will be a separate marriage registration office for foreign-related marriages called the 涉外婚姻登记处. There, you'll present a completed marriage registration form and your spouse's official residence booklet called the 户口本. Also keep in mind the legal age for marriageability in China is 20 for women and 22 for men. Also, there are certain categories of Chinese citizens such as security officials and diplomats and other people whose work is considered crucial to the state that are not legally eligible to marry foreigners. But the vast majority of Chinese here are fair game. Foreigners married to Chinese nationals can apply for a special extended L visa, which will have multiple entries for the purpose of visiting relatives here in China. However, at most, this will last only 1 year, at the end of which you'll have to apply to get it renewed. After 5 consecutive years of this, however, you'll be able to get a special extended 10-year L visa, which should make extended periods of stay here in China a relative breeze. Keep in mind though, with any kind of L visa, you are not legally allowed to work here. In order to work, you need a Z visa, even if you're married to a Chinese spouse. In terms of kids, children of Sino-foreign married couples are legally entitled to public schooling in the area where the Chinese spouse's hukou is registered. Although, if you want to opt to put the child into international private school, is up to you and your Chinese half. So, there you go. Everything you need to know for matrimony here in the Middle Kingdom. Now all you have to do is organize an entire ceremony. We'll see you next time.
Tune in next time when we show you how to plan your wedding ceremony here in China. In the meantime, be sure to keep sending in your questions at localaowai@bon.tv. I'm Donny Newman, and we'll see you next time.